FBI raids the Dalton Village Hall and is serving out subpoenas like McDonald's serving out Big Macs. Right now, the super mayor Tiffany Henyard and a bunch of other city officials are in trouble. Guys, everyone thinks it's just the super mayor Tiffany Henyard that's in trouble. That is not true. You have almost 20 people guilty and a lot of misuse of funds and a ton of corruption from the police. Now, 2 federal subpoenas were issued for records of 15 Dalton employees, including 3 police officers and village administrator Keith Freeman. Now, Freeman, the village administrator, was charged with bankruptcy fraud on Monday. More investigations on that. Now, the second subpoena was specifically for Freeman, asking for records of all his associated companies. There's also scrutiny in his personal and professional affairs. Let me tell you guys what Tiffany Henyard does. She has very expensive bodyguards. So there's going to be cops out there and people out there who get paid an absorbent amount of money just for bodyguard services. And one of the bodyguard services, like somebody made $13,000 in 2 weeks. That is very suspicious, especially when you say you work 300 hours in 2 weeks. Sure, I guess you can manage that, but you're not sleeping or eating. So there's a lot of suspicious numbers, and this is why the FBI and the feds want the sheets. They want the credit card records. They want to see what they're spending this money on, because we already know there's Vegas trips, first class tickets, and high-end restaurants. But now she's also dishing out this money to other people. And look at this. Everyone wants these financial reports like budgeting, accounting, and receipts. Subpoena also requests all travel records paid by Dalton County, including that Las Vegas trip last year. Now, Henyard and Holmes both declined to comment on the situation, especially now there's a bunch of other people, like the mayor's assistant and a Dalton police officer, also filed a civil lawsuit accusing Holmes of assaults and battery and Henyard of retaliation. There's already a lot of employees out there coming out and suing Henyard because they said they got terminated wrongfully. And there's even employees that try to do the right thing, right? Instead of doing petty and dirt smearing things, they straight up told the mayor, hey, you can't do this. And they got fired. And that's exactly what's going on. So just a few weeks ago, the village against Henyard, there's 19 lawsuits. But it's now going to be 22 lawsuits alongside with their law firm literally withdrawing. 22 lawsuits. Then the law firm is done. Now, the law group said it's not being paid. And Tiffany Henyard, they could reach their hands into the city's coffers and get more money, but they've already done so. In fact, the law group says that the village is approaching the point of being uninsurable. These very expensive cases like this one right here with 22 lawsuits isn't cheap. You're spending millions of dollars every few weeks. And now the village is facing millions of dollars in judgment. They're going bankrupt, guys. They're becoming uninsurable. In fact, right now, this Dalton County area is now negative $5 million on their balance sheet. It's a small town with low expenses, but because of elaborate spending and also nice trips, Vegas, paying certain employees very high amounts of salaries, this is bankrupting the city. Now, the FBI is going in right now, and they're in debt $5 million, accused of spending taxpayer dollars and even directing $1 million during a police detail used to retaliate against enemies. So she literally used a whole $1 million in this tiny little town of 20,000 people just to retaliate, mostly against business owners. In fact, there's already business owners coming out and suing Mayor Henyard because for this guy, Lawrence Gardner, said he went to the FBI after Mayor Henyard allegedly shut down his trucking business for not renewing a $3,500 political contribution. He said he made the payment, and then every year she started coming and inquiring the same thing. And we had a problem about that. So there you go. That's a big thing right there. Now, Gardner was accused of selling alcohol without a permit at a party, but come on. He, of course, denies it, and many people on X say that Gardner is innocent. It's mostly due to the fact that he's not paying this political contribution. Now, I don't remember in America, you got to pay a political contribution to get a business license. That is not how it works. If you don't like a mayor or politician, you don't have to donate. In fact, most business owners don't donate. Okay, this guy's a small business owner. He shouldn't be required to donate any money. That shouldn't even be a thing. And now there's a lot of residents piling in and protesting against Tiffany Henyard. Not a lot of people, a little under 100, but it's still a lot of people. for such a small town. And right now, FBI probes, the cities against her. Nobody likes her right now, and a bunch of subpoenas being sent out. This is not looking good for Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor.